Hello and welcome everybody, I am Rob Quickfire and today is starting off the gaming discussions week. Today it's going to be what I've been playing. This video is based on like a 2-week period, that's why there's so many games. I couldn't possibly go through all these games in 1 week. But this is going to kick-start the series. Don't forget to favourite, like, subscribe, comment as well on the below section. So we're going to start off with which pile? This pile. Right, these are some older games and a newish one, but yeah, I haven't spent much time on them, and I'm going to rate them from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest you could possibly get. And the first one is, this is Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. Actually, I've got the, I've got an itchy foot. I've got the original Wii, so I can play that on the original Wii. And I've been playing quite a bit of this actually. I'm trying to 100% it. And I've forgotten how small these discs are. Really, how small those discs are. It's crazy. I can't believe they actually come out. And they actually come with a booklet back then. A booklet. You don't get that nowadays. Yeah, and I've been playing a ton of it, trying to 100% it, off screen sort of thing. And I would give this a rating of 7 out of 10. Mainly because I like the idea of it, and it's a good Mario game, but it's not my favourite, and that's the only reason. That, I mean, the story and plot's a bit lame, in my view. Not everyone's cup of tea, but yeah, I'll give it a 7 because it's still really, really good, and for its like age, the graphics are pretty good still. So that's the first one out of the way. And this one's another oldish game. It's on the original Wii, and that is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. And I'm a massive, massive Legend of Zelda fan. I've played them since I was a small child, and I'm never gonna stop loving these games. And every one that comes out impresses me more and more. But I'm going to give this one a rating of, I'm going to give it 8. That's relatively high. It would be higher if it wasn't for the motion controls. I think the motion controls in this particular game really let it down. You use Motion Plus and it still doesn't really help a great deal. It's especially right near the end of the game, because this is my 3rd playthrough of this game. Right at the end of the game, when you've got to do a sequence of slashes, like vertical slash, horizontal slashes and stuff like that, with some of the bosses, is quite irritating to say the least. So that gets that one out of the way. Next one is another Legend of Zelda game, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD Remake on the Wii U. I give this game an 8, and the reason for it is I just think they've, even though it's, what was it, 8 years old, and they've redone it, and it just looks so much more crisp. It pops out of the screen, fantastic visually for a Wii U game anyway. I think what they do with the Wii U's quite amazing, considering it's the lowest sort of spectrum on terms of the new gen consoles, and I do class the Wii U as a next gen console, by the way. But yeah, it's a fantastic play, and if you want to see more of it, I've just actually finished recording an episode, or a couple of episodes for this game, so check that out. The links will be in the description for all the games I'm currently doing playthroughs for. There will be links in the description, so that gets an 8. Next on it is this, Zombi U for the Wii U. This one, I actually didn't really, there was a lot of low ratings for it. Never really saw the point in getting it until I saw it on Amazon for £6. I mean, £6 for a Wii U game, add it to my collection, and I thought about it. This one was really hard because I actually didn't think it's as bad as people were making out. I thought, because a lot of people gave it 6s, I think it's high, it deserves a higher rating than 6, and especially for what I paid for it. I mean, if I got a release day and spent £35–40 on it, sorry, I got an issue for again, then I would probably be a little bit disappointed, but seeing as I only picked up for £6, that's like a complete bargain. I'll put a link in the description to that as well. I would probably give it a 7, and I mean, visually it looks good. Wish they'd do a remake of this actually, not remake, a sequel to this, because it is a really good game, and I could probably get into it. And I'm getting into the horror genre at the moment, so that gets a 7. Next on is to the newer games, the PS4 games I've been playing here. And first up is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I've never been an AC major fan. I haven't. I skipped the first one. I never played the first one. Played the second one, and I was okay. I think. Sorry, excuse me. I think at the time I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't my sort of game, but now it's starting to creep up. Then I played AC3, and I mean I've only played 3 of the 4 games out, and 3 is awful. This is a lot better. I liked the sailing part of the game. I haven't completed this yet. I only picked this up recently as well. So, but I wanted to get it before Unity came out, so that I could get myself to grips with the controls and everything like that before I started playing Unity when it comes out. And I'm going to give this an 8. I guess an 8. It's actually, I was quite surprised I was going to rate it so high, to be fair, but I've really enjoyed it. Next on the PS4, Bomb Bomb. And this is Infamous Second Son. I am yet to complete this. I've had this since I've actually got this on my PS4. I only got PS4 in March, so I've had it some time now. I'm not bothered to complete it because I've got so many other games I play. I played it last week, and I've forgotten how good it looks. It's probably one of the better looking games on next gen so far. Yeah, I've got into it, but it's not the sort of game I can properly play for hours and hours on end, but that's probably mainly because I've got so many other games I do, plus I do YouTube where I do playthroughs for other games, and never really thought about doing this one as a playthrough. But I'm going to give this a 7. I'm sorry, it's got to be a 7. I know that's a low rating, but it's got to be a 7, mainly because I haven't got into it yet, but this is my opinion, not yours. So I'm going to give that 7, and next is one I'm currently actually doing as well on the players. I'll put a link in the description. This got really, really low ratings, and the only reason I'm going to mark it down is one fact: the storyline is way, way too short. I completed this 100%, got everything in the game in a week. Sorry about that, guys. I had to plug my camera in, the battery died, and I can't seem to get the flash to work now either. Might be because the battery's a little bit lower, but I should imagine that would actually make a difference in the scheme of things. But anyway, back on topic. Yeah, I would have rated this game. If you shouldn't be able to go into a game, collect nearly 200 worth of collectibles, and still complete in a week. I mean, a platinum trophy in a week is ridiculous, and if they made a sequel to this game, which they can't really because of the way it ended, but made a sequel with, say, another character, then sorry about spoilers. Yeah, if you're still watching this on my channel, that's a bit of a spoiler. But yeah, and I picked up really cheap as well. It's like £25, the limited edition version. You get like a booklet with all like artwork and stuff like that in it. I think that's really cool. I'm going to give it a 7 because it's literally just too short, way, way too short. And the last game on this What I've Been Playing Gaming Discussion week is this beauty. This is the Last of Us Remastered. I played The Last of Us originally on the PS3. Fantastic game. It really was a good game. But I never really got into it. I felt like I missed out. I'm actually doing a playthrough on it. Again, I'll put the link in the description for the playthrough of it. I'm only up to about part 4 now, I think. But anyone that says it doesn't look any different is talking rubbish. You can't tell by YouTube because of they compress the files, I think, and the quality doesn't show how as good it is when I record it, for example, when I watch it on my laptop or desktop. It looks so much better than it does when it's on YouTube. But that also might be because of the streaming factor as well, I'm not entirely sure. But this has a fantastic storyline. You get really involved in characters. What I've played of it so far, I haven't completed it yet, but Oh, I will be. And you know, the crafting on it, the fact you've got limited tools like, for example, your ammunition, you've got to save things, you've got to make sure that you use your shivs at the right time and really utilise them. The creeping about thing, you know, the stealthiness about this game, and the all different type of enemies that you got in the game is just fantastic. I really have enjoyed this game, and it's definitely got to be picked up if you can afford it. And you've got the PS4 or even the PS3 version, you know, because it's just one you've really got to play. It's fantastic, and I give that a 10 out of 10. That is, it's no wonder it got over 200 Game of the Year awards. Fantastic game. Oh, it just fills me with, oh, that's the best game I've played in a very long time. That is not it. I was going to say that was it, but it's not. There's another one game I've been playing, but I haven't got a physical copy of it. It's another Zelda game. It's the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I bought it on the Nintendo eShop. That game is a good game, and I'm gonna rate it as a 6. And that's not because of the game itself. If it was on the Nintendo 64, then I would rate that as a 9, because it's a fantastic Zelda game and one of my favourites, probably my second favourite Zelda game of all time. But the only reason is the controllers, because it's a virtual console game. You've got to plug your classic controller into the nunchuck, not the nunchuck, the actual Wii controller. And I've got to be honest, it's poor controller, especially with the one I got, and that might just be because of the Wii controller I've got. And you know, it's the tiny, it's like the circular one. It's really small, it's horrible to hold and stuff like that. So I think I just had a bad experience with that. Visually though, it looks better than the N64 version, mainly because it's been streamed through a HDMI cable. So obviously it's a little bit crisper, not fantastic, but it's better than it was. So yeah, I would give that a 6, unfortunately. But like I said, it's nothing on the game itself, it's just the experience I had with the controller and the Virtual Console version. If it was the N64 version with the N64 controller, then I would give it a 9. But that will wrap up what I've been playing. The only other thing that I wanted to say about is they've they've got a release date now for the Wii U fighting pads, which is hate motorbikes outside this house. The Wii U fighting pads, which are going to be released for the Super Smash Bros. U when it's released holiday time. See if that gets kicked back or not, I don't know. But that's another story for another day. But yeah, they've released 3 versions. They've released a Yoshi version, a Mario version, and a Princess Peach version. I'll put links in the description. They look pretty cool. I must admit, I'm going to buy one just to... I'm not a Smash Bros. Massive fan. I like Smash Bros. Franchise, but I'm not a massive fan, and I'm going to buy it because it would actually be really good to play the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, being hooked into the Wii controller, using a nice... It's like a GameCube style controller, so it's going to be fantastic. So I'm going to buy one, and then make it come out in November this year. I think it's mid-November. I can't remember the exact release date, but I'll put a link of that in the description as well, so you guys can check that out. I'm definitely going to be picking one up. I think they're like £20, and when I do get one, I get one on the day it comes out as well, so I'm going to pre-order it. I'll do an unboxing of it to show you. I think I'm probably going to get the Yoshi one because it looks really cool compared to the others too. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode of Gaming Discussions, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. Click that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. There's lots of content on my channel if you're just hearing about me now. And put your comments below what you think. I know some of you aren't going to agree with some of the ratings I've given some of these games, but if you do agree, or no, not if you do agree, if you disagree with me, put it in there and explain why. Don't just rant at me, please. And give your ratings on each one of these games, what you think that you would rate them at. And that's going to be it, guys, and I'll see you next time, next week, for more gaming discussions. See you later. Peace.